you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the...
Hello soldiers, this is Ghost45, back again. This is part 2, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I know one of y'all want to know if there was a game that's going to show. I don't know, I'm going to have to look back in the comments, but let's get this started. We're almost over. Thank God.
The Bends is a PS1 style horror game that derives its name from the affliction felt by divers who resurface too quickly without allowing their bodies to adapt to pressure. You take the role of a deep-sea diver doing a routine walk along the sea floor, albeit with some outdated equipment. After stepping off the deep-sea lift, your operator informs you that it's gotten stuck, preventing you from surfacing. The only thing connecting you with the world above is a thin cord attached to your ship, supplying you with the precious life-giving oxygen. Remnants of crashed planes and collapsed oil rigs are scattered throughout the depths, showing that nothing can escape the grasp of a raging sea. Suddenly, after a frantic call from your operator, sounds of explosions echo through the water, and you feel the steady supply of oxygen flowing into your suit begin to falter. Now in a race against time, you must push yourself against the otherworldly pull of the tide, and hope you don't fall victim to any misfortune along the way, as you descend deeper into the suffocating abyss. Madness seems to take hold as you find structures that shouldn't exist, obelisks that pulse and glow with some hidden infernal power. Even as you start climbing upwards, hoping to see shafts of light piercing through the rippling waves above, you are only met with more oppressive darkness. As you play more of the game, you're left wondering if you're really seeing the remnants of some ancient undersea civilization, or if it's all just a hallucination created by the late-stage effects of the Bends.
Death in the water. Want to play a game based purely on survival, with no way out, and the threat grows the longer you play? Then Death in the Water is for you. This game has the player in the ocean, facing off against sharks. There is no healing from a shark attack, but you are armed with a harpoon gun and unlimited ammo. Death in the Water boasts the best-looking graphics in this list to help immerse you into the game. There's not really much of a story, other than you volunteer to investigate Blackwater Bay, a mysterious hotspot for...
Sorry about that. I'll edit that whole thing out. Of course I am. Let's continue with this video.
For disappearances and rumors. The difficulty is explored as more sharks start to appear. Your vision in the distance is blurry, hiding how many could be coming. Movement for the player is sluggish, while the sharks are stealthy and fast, mirroring how it would be in a real-life scenario. You score points for every shark kill, and it's the main way a player can feel any glint of a goal while surviving the endless onslaught. It's a simple concept where you can't truly win, but you just hope to last as long as you can. Death in the Water may be short, but players will always remember what it's like to be the hunted and not the hunter in this endless underwater nightmare.
Silt. Seeing your character in a diver suit chained underwater would already leave you to question what is going on, but seeing them wake up and possess a piranha gives you a taste of what you experience in the game. As you navigate through the dark waters, you have to make sure to possess creatures from a short distance, just so they don't attack you. You'll need to explore 4 different areas and complete puzzles that tell you about a prophecy that must be fulfilled. Each area has a giant beast serving as its final challenge, and the themes of horror and isolation blends perfectly well in cranking up the thalassophobia. Often compared to an underwater limbo, Silt's monochrome hand-drawn art style sticks with you long after you finish playing. Out of what is to transpire, Are you able to use your wits to figure out the puzzles in the dark, to complete the prophecy, and perhaps set your fallen brethren free?
Subnautica. Having to abandon a spaceship that's falling
I know you guys were waiting for this part. I know, it's slow, it's steady, but I guess the waiting is worth it. I played this game before. I did not last 2 hours. Kinda died like 15 minutes later. Kinda got what I needed, upgraded my, oxygen level, but not the whole, health bar or something like that. My biggest mistake is going to the edge of the map. Kinda had it coming.
side is already a heart-pounding ordeal, but diving into the ocean waters of planet 4546b will not mentally prepare you for what you will experience. Emerging from the pod and seeing the aurora in the water on the verge of exploding, you are left with few options. Even though you don't know what kind of creatures are in the sea, diving in and finding items helps with survival. It seems safe in the beginning, especially just being several meters below the surface. However, when you traverse closer to the ocean's floor, your paranoia starts setting in. Hearing distant roaring in the darkness is truly a nightmare waiting to happen, especially if you're not checking your surroundings. Finding the other life pods is going to be the last thing on your mind, because there are gigantic monstrosities that will make you wish you never went down into the depths. The roaring in the distance belongs to the Reaper Leviathan, which lives up to its name when you see it up close. From a juvenile to an adult, the Ghost Leviathan will greet you with a nerve-frying screech as it charges without hesitation. A 300-ton force coming out of nowhere belongs to the Sea Dragon Leviathan, who can tear a 54-meter submarine to shreds. Imagine what it could do to a human with little to no defenses like you. With these beasts under the ocean, do you think you have nerves of steel as you traverse the deep waters of 4546b?
No. No, not even close.
Depth. Depth is a player versus player experience of divers versus sharks. Divers hunt for treasure while placing their resources inside Steve, submersible treasure extraction vehicle. Sharks hunt for the divers or destroy Steve. Like in the real world, sharks are peerless predators of the deep, so they have a natural advantage over the soft, squishy divers. Having a hammerhead blaze towards you, jaws open, is a sight that will terrify even the most seasoned of gamers. The lack of ambient music adds to the tension and paranoia while seeking for treasure, knowing that a shark could snap you up at any moment from any direction. Divers have tools and weapons to defend themselves to gain a tactical edge. But face to face, your only defense is mashing buttons to stab the hell out of the shark chomping on you. You really feel like you're inches away from the jaws of defeat with every breath you take. Shark players have a variety of species with their own strengths and abilities, but have a natural speed advantage in the water and when up close to their prey. The real horror comes from being a vulnerable diver, surrounded by sharks, not knowing when they will charge and strike. Is the pursuit of treasure really worth risking becoming chum for local marine life? Swallow the Sea. Swallow the Sea is a game where you play as a lowly egg cell trying to survive in a hostile underwater environment. It gives the player a feeling of vulnerability in a short game that tells you very little. The way to progress and survive is by eating smaller creatures in the hopes of birthing, or even thriving. As you eat and grow, you'll become a fully formed orange creature. You'll need to avoid creatures that look like pufferfish, spikes, and eels whose face peel back revealing a skull. But nothing compares to the biggest threat in the water. The apex predator known only as Oro, which resembles the form of a purple sea snake. Oro chases you, and unlike most of the others, it's the hardest to dodge. The echoing sounds of it chomping, the ambient tones that play can be pure nightmare fuel when you can't see it after a while. Oro will even eat its own tail to stave off hunger. It's still unknown what kind of creature you are in this survival of the fittest game, but no matter what, you're still left with an eerie notion of being low on a new food chain. One that you can't swim your way out of.
It looked like a human being's face.
The trench. In the trench, players step into the shoes of the captain of the Pandora sub, embarking on a harrowing journey to explore the depths of the trench and recover data from the wreckage of the Neptune. This short, horror-based gameplay experience, presented in a first-person perspective, tasks players with unraveling the mystery of Neptune's fate while navigating the treacherous marine life lurking in the abyss. Operating the Pandora sub's various functions, including its mechanical arm, proves to be a challenging endeavor due to the fiddly and difficult mechanics of the interactive touch panel. While the marine life encountered resembles traditional Earthfish, the tension escalates as players face off against a menacing sea monster lurking in the deepest depths. The Pandora sub offers scant protection against the hostile creatures, leaving players vulnerable in their undersea tin can. Despite oxygen not being a concern, survival hinges on evading the relentless predators and conducting light maintenance to reboot subsystems when necessary. With tension mounting steadily and the occasional jump scare, the trench immerses players in a spine-chilling atmosphere that crescendos as they confront the monstrous entity awaiting them in the abyssal darkness, delivering a gripping one-and-done horror experience.
Something's in the sea. Left alone in the sea with only a raft and a strange relic after a plane crash, your only goal is to listen to the relic and restore its lost parts. To achieve this, you must dive down and retrieve its parts while staying aware of your remaining air, as your heart rate spikes and vision fades. The relic rewards you as you find parts, allowing you to hold your breath longer and swim faster. However, as you progress, something deep in the depths begins to stir and rumble. A red giant eye stares at you, while large tentacles try to grab and pull you down. Even the life raft is not safe, as this monster can tip the boat and send you flying into its grasp.
Ooh, that was close.
Once the relic is restored, you may use its power to defeat the enraged beast as it surfaces to confront you. The relic can revive you if you die, but don't get complacent, as it can only do this 3 times before you succumb to your watery grave. You have no weapons, no defenses, and limited air. All you can hear is the beat of your heart, the darkness surrounding you gradually closing in and taking shape as the monster grows more active. You are way out of your depth confronting this eldritch horror, but the relic is your only hope of avoiding a one-way trip to a monster's stomach.
Narcosis. Narcosis can best be described as a horror walking simulator where you take control of a deep-sea diver after surviving an earthquake disaster at the bottom of the ocean. Weighted down by your heavy diving suit, and your own fears, you must keep pushing forward to discover a way to save yourself from a watery grave. Oxygen is your only salvation, which is constantly being used up and needs refilling. While your suit will protect you, your own mind will become your worst enemy. Disturbing sights and hallucinations will lay on the pressure worse than the water's depths. The high stress causes you to breathe harder and drain oxygen quicker. Squid, anglerfish, and large spider crabs will impede your way and attack you. While your suit will protect your body, the stress on your mind will kill you before long. Your only defense is a humble knife to beat back threats, or your trusty flares to distract them and illuminate the way ahead. There are no monsters, no cosmic entities, no secret evil force, only you and your own mind. While you may feel safe in your suit, it may also prove to be your coffin. Your body may be safe and dry, but inside your mind, you're drowning in a sea of your own nightmares.
Thank you for watching. And on this page, thanks to our members. If you are interested in supporting us, we have 3 tiers: bronze, silver, and gold. Each one comes with perks.
Well, that kind of scared the living shit out of me. And we finished the video. You know what to do, soldiers. Like, subscribe, favorite, comment, share the video. Don't forget to subscribe to Tats Top Videos. They are really awesome. And I'm probably not going to sleep tonight. But I gotta do something tomorrow. See you guys in the next vid. Peace.
Like a Hellcat.